Greetings, YouTubers and people who accidentally stray across my videos because I'm posting them on the MMM site. So you may have come across this video from a link on there. Anyway, enough of this. What I'm going to show you is a few things today. First of all, this is my brand new camera, which the previous one was this one, and this is 3.1 megapixels, whereas the one I'm using now, which I've only just figured out how to actually convert the files that it creates, is 20.4 megapixels, so more than 6 times, if this is correct English, more than 6 times better than what I've been using before. So that should make a vast improvement on the quality of the videos that I do. Better close-ups and better focusing and better zooming. So that of course also has the downside in that I'll get to see all the mistakes that I've made on the figures that I've been painting anyway, but then of course you watch the videos back and you go, aha, I didn't do that bit, or that bit looks naff, so I'd better go and rectify that. So it'll be useful for that, and that's something I do anyway, to be honest, when I make these videos, to get a better close-up of the figures. So it should improve a lot of things. Anyway, on with the show. So straight away I can see a difference just by looking at my screen. So I'll tell you another thing that this one's good for. It does not pick up light very easily, so just having a look around the top of my bench. Let me just zoom in on this chap here. Oh yes. So here we have Picton on his horse. So what I've got to do with him are a couple of mounted aides de camp, so he can become a commander. So I'm going to have to start on those pretty shortly, but he's essentially done. And now I'm going to show you the bench itself. So this is the cavalry unit that I've just completed and based, and these are they're a mix of Revell, Swedish and Imperial Cavalry from the 30 Years War series, and I've also thrown in a couple of the Cromwell's cavalry that I'd spare. So a guy with a blue standard and another guy with a cornet at the front here. So I've added this guy from the Cromwell set, and this guy from the Cromwell set, and this guy from the Cromwell set, and a guy at the back with the carbine. So to fill it out I've added those guys. I've got a mix of guys in floppy hats and the traditional lobster pot helms in there as well. So, and there's another one of the Cromwell's cavalry, because I had quite a few spares, so I thought I may as well use them to build up another unit of cavalry. And this is Prince Rupert's horse. So there are 3 guys in there with cornets or bugles, but never mind. I quite like those figures anyway, and the rest are swordsmen. So very chuffed with these. Nice to finish them off, because I was a bit short of my Civil War characters, particularly the Royalist side, so that's a nice addition to the Royalist forces. If we just zoom in, this is such a much better camera, you know. So here we go. So yes, very happy with those, and they can go straight on the table where I'm building up for my first English Civil War battle very soon. I'm adding another regiment, or completing a regiment of foot to go with them. I've got some of these guys up here, so they're going to have white sleeves, red breeches, white stockings, and that will be another complete regiment for the Royalist side, so I'll then have to do another regiment of foot for the Royalists. Okay, that's that lot. And on my Napoleonic campaigns, I have just completed Slender Billy, Crown Prince of the Netherlands, known as Silly Billy to Sharp, with his buddies Doggett, and to the other side of him, Revell. So I'm very chuffed with this little set. Very nice figures to do. So that's another command set to add to my campaigns, because what I intend to do is have a different commander for each battle, depending on where the battle is. So maybe we'll have, you know, one guy who's on the far left, one guy on the far right, and 3 different ones in the central battles that are coming up. And as time progresses, they'll move around on the field and gather forces and join in. So yeah, that's those done. So I've got Slender Billy, I have Wellington, I have Blucher, and of course now I'm going to do Picton as well. And the Duke of Brunswick I have. And I also have this guy, who I'm going to call Lord Hogmanay Melchett, with his friend Captain Darling. Hello, darling. Me. So yeah. Me. Yeah, I quite like that. Okay, so what I've also just finished, or I'm about to finish, are the Prussian Artillery set. 4 guns. I'm pointing at the wrong screen. 4 guns of these, and they've got 6 figures on each base, and also the Prussian Dragoons. I'm in the process of flocking and basing at the moment as well, so 2 more units to add to my Prussian armies. In fact, I've also got, which I'm finishing off the basing at the moment, are the Prussian set of Prussian infantry. So I have a unit of these to add to my Prussian army, so that's 3 more additions to my Prussian army, which will be fandabidosi. The flags I got from Nap Flags, I believe. Just printed on paper, cut out, twisted a bit, stuck on the flags. These guys are the hat Prussian Infantry Command figures. So I bought 4 boxes of those, I think, so I've got more than enough. Or did I buy 2 boxes? I think I bought 2 boxes anyway, so I've got more than enough for my Prussian army. But those, when I finish those, I'll put those up as well. Okay, so that's it for me today. I do like these. One other thing, one final thing I wanted to say was, talking to the guys on Google Hangouts recently, somebody mentioned that rather than doing a double dip in watered down PVA and then priming with white paint, why don't I just do the priming in one go with a product called Gesso, which is available from all good art shops. And this is it. So I got it for under a tenner. Notice the price reduction there. 1 litre, and there is a lot in there. That is going to cover a lot of figures and scenery. So it's going to take me a long time to get through that, which is the whole point. If it's only a tenner, why not? And it's also going to save time, because rather than doing the dipping in the PVA, waiting for it to dry, dipping in the PVA, waiting for it to dry, painting it with white paint, waiting for it to dry, you just paint them once in this gesso. They do recommend you do it twice, but I've found that just doing it once is more than sufficient, because it's quite thick, and that saves you a good few hours for priming your figures. So that should increase my production rate. I was up late last night watching Usain Bolt win the 200 metres. So take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching this short one. One last thing. There's always a last thing, isn't there? I was showing you the Civil War figures I had the other day, and I needed to make a standard for this guy next to Cromwell. So that's just a bit of thin wire, and I'll cover that in gesso just to plump it up a little bit more, and then paint it black and then stick a standard on it. So I'll show you that as well when it's done. I might have to rebase my figures, but Cromwell did actually fight with his troops, so maybe he should be part of the unit. Okay. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.